It is always common knowledge to be curious. It is a reason to lead the soul to the other world. We always find that those who follow their whims to satisfy their curiosity pay the price very dearly. Today, we have a group of games, which are dedicated to calling from the other world, games made famous in the Western world. Many people have tried it, and it was the end of it. The tragedy differed from person to person. A message from a survivor of the elevator game to summon the other world. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive all new. Tells a young man named Alex that once he was looking YouTube videos of funny situations in elevators around the world. He has followed many clips. Watch it and even enjoy it. In front of his eyes he found a video of it. Content about the Korean elevator game. Alex was drawn to the title of the clip, and finally found his desire and love to know even a little bit about the dark world. So he watched the clip carefully and wrote down all the information and instructions that came to him. Alex had made up his mind that he had finally had a chance to take a look at the world of the Jinn, and indeed he did. Alex chose the appropriate building to start the game, and the building is a 15-story hotel, and despite the hotel's building with guests and workers, he did not find an alternative other than that, and decided to start the experiment at night after everyone went to sleep and wanted no one to notice. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive all new. Alex began to literally carry out the instructions. The elevator door opened automatically on the 5th floor, but no one was waiting for him, as in the video he had seen. But at the last moment he caught a glimpse of the girl, so beautiful, as he mentioned, and she hastened and came with me in the elevator. I only felt horror and panic inside me. I tried hard to hide my feelings and I avoided looking at them completely. I tried with all my energy to make the elevator go down to the 1st floor as instructed, but I failed in that, and the elevator took us to the 10th floor despite all my attempts to press all the buttons, but she did not respond. The elevator reached us for the 10th floor and opened by itself. I had the paper in my hand at the time and I had written the numbers of the floors in reverse. I was sure that my chance of survival was weak and almost non-existent. The elevator buttons did not respond again, and I could not resist my curiosity. I understood walking outside the elevator, and at this moment I heard a sharp voice asking me, "Where are you going?" Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive all new. I knew at the time the necessity of not looking at the girl in the elevator, but at that time I felt that my will was robbed from me, so I found myself turning to her and looking against my will. In addition to her eyes that looked closely, her eyes were very blue, and there were black tears flowing from them. She had a broken nose and very white lips. She looked like a dead, and she was wearing nothing on her feet. As for her nails were at its ugliest. It was too long and too filthy to handle. The elevator door closed suddenly, and I heard the loudest, groggy laugh I had ever heard in my life. A voice that made me panicked inside me, after which I could not control my nerves. Immediately I had a fit of hysterical crying. Fires burning, and the more I focused, the more I grieved for disasters. I found people tied up and burning with them. I smelled the smell of their burning bodies. It was a fairy scene that I will not be able to forget for the rest of my life. I saw from afar the elevator, so I decided to take another attempt to survive my life and get rid of the horrors that I see it all around me. I pressed the elevator call button, and indeed the elevator arrived, and when I opened the door I found it full of dead bodies. Bodies were on top of each other. I pressed myself and stood among these bodies inside the elevator. I repeated the steps in reverse, hoping for salvation from all these horrors, and indeed the elevator began to take me down, but he was standing on every floor and opening the door, so I saw the child in front of me, but in her frightening form, staring at me, and finally, the elevator reached me to the ground floor, and it was strange that I did not find any of the employees in it. So I did not care about anything but that I ran towards my house, entered my bedroom and closed the door behind me. I sat on my bed in my own home, trembling with fear, and I dared not turn off the lights behind me or close my eyes, and if someone was knocking on the transparent window glass, I did not see anyone's hand, but I could hear the chimes very accurately. Until the moment Alex wrote his story, he was saying that the sound of the child's laughter did not leave him neither in his sleep nor in his wakefulness, and the sound of torture did not leave him either in his sleep or in his wakefulness, and his only hope of survival was to obtain death sooner rather than later. If you liked the story, add a like, and add a comment, and subscribe to the channel, and do the bell button, and wait for us in new stories.